Right. Panjamarabu written by Arivanar. The Arivanar period is known as 5th century AD. Why it is 5th century AD means he mentioned in his work the Pandya king Thirumaran. Thirumaran period is between 5th century to 6th century, end of 5th century and initial stage of 6th century. Normally in those days, if a scholar is going to write a book, he has to do a proper arangetra. Arangetra means he has to go and read the book in front of scholars and the king. If they, the people may ask some question, he has to rectify all the doubts of the scholars. Then only the scholars used to accept a book. That was the system. That system is known as Arangetram. So he is allowing his book to be recognized by others. So he did this Arangetram in Pandian Thirumaran's court. Pandya Thirumaran, he was the Pandya during the 5th century. So automatically we can come to that conclusion. This book is 5th century was. Number two, this Panjamarabu rightly mentioned by many commentators for their commentary. For example, Arumbada Urayasi and Adiyark Nalla and some other scholars, whenever they want to talk about, whenever they come across about the dance and music details, they are referring to the Panjamarabu. Panjamarabu is a well-known grammar book in those days, but we miserably lost that book. One person in the early stage of 20th century by name Deiva Sigamani Counter. He is belonging to Coimbatore district. He was having the palm leaf script of this Panjamarabu. How he got from his traditional treasure, his great grandfather and his great grandfather, they were having these palm leaf scripts with them, and generation wise they are passing it on to every other generation. So this Devasigamani counter also not knowing what the text is saying. So when he was thinking of the music and dance, automatically he was having the memory. A book I am also having at home. Book means the palm leaf script at home. It is known as Panjamarabu. Immediately, the great person Devasigamani Counter decided to publish it, that Panjamarabu, in a book. That book we are having now. So Panjamarabu, what it means Marabu means convention. Panjam means Panja means five. The book is talking about five conventions. What are they? Isai Marabu. In that Isai Marabu, it is having the music and its details. Second one is Vachya Marabu. What are the instruments? In those days, there were three instruments were engaged for music. One is Tannumai, that is Mridangam. Second one is flute. Third one is yard. Yard means you may call it as lyre or harp. So yard. This is called. These are all the things are coming under that Vachya Marabu. Vachya means musical instrument. Book 2 is Vachya Marabu. Third one is Kanda Marabu. Kanda Marabu means how you are produced, what is the control of your throat, how you are going to employ your throat, and what are the method of singing. All these details is giving in the Kanda Marabu. So three books based on music, they are Isai Marabu, Vachya Marabu and Kanda Marabu. And remaining two books it is on dance. They are called Abhinaya Marabu and Nritta Marabu. In Abhinaya Marabu, what are the important Abhinayas in Bharatanatyam? What are the single hand gestures? What are the double hand gestures? What are the common gestures? He is going on giving with formulas and details. And how you are going to engage your angas, pratyangas, ubangas of the human body for dance. He is giving in detail in Abhinaya Marabu. Marabu. In Nirtha Marabu, while you are conducting the dance, what is your legs position? In those days, the legs position were divided into three major divisions. They are called Vaduga Marabu. Vaduga Marabu means classical dance. And Desi Marabu means this traditional folk form. And Singala Marabu, we usually have the proper relationship with Ceylon, so that Singala Marabu. So these are all the three different footworks engaged in dance. All these things are given in detail. So dance book is based on Abhinaya Marabu and Nirutha Marabu, and music is based on the Vachya Marabu, Kanda Marabu, and Isai Marabu. So all these five put together, it is called Panja Marabu, written by Arivana during the fifth century. He has written this book, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Sorry, mute button. Yes, sir.
Sir.
So for me to understand, sir, so Minnala vande Tolkappiyam, that's also a grammar book only.
Yeah.
And adoda contemporary is Kootanur.
Right.
And much later, this comes in 5th century, Panchamarabu.
In between Kootanur and Panchamarabu, we have lot of books, but we lost.
Okay.
We are having only the name of those books. We are having the name of those books, but we lost. We don't have anything. It is not traceable. For already I mentioned about Sayandam, Muruval, Madivanam, Nadaganul. All these. So
I'm just curious, sir. Aதாவது இப்போ 5th century AD book, how much does it refer to the Tolkappiyam / Kootanur? Is it the same? Has it changed? Or has he not even read it? What is the scene?
No, if you are going to talk about the structure of the book, the structure is totally different. Because in 5th century, the poem writing method becoming, for example, I will tell you, if you are going to talk about Silapadigaram, in the morning also I told you, because right now I'm telling it again. In Silapadigaram and Manimekalai, we are seeing the long verses. Every chapter is in a long verse. But whereas in after Silapadigaram, we started to introduce the Padigam pattern of songs. For example, Tevaram or Tiruvachagam, all these things are having 4-line songs. So this system is started to introduce in a proper manner for every writing. So in later on, the Panjamarabu also written in that manner. So Sangam age and before Sangam age, all the grammar books have written on the formula basis, but whereas Panjamarabu written on song basis. That is the difference. That is the only difference. Formula style is different from poem writing. All the Panjamarabu details are in poem form, not in formula form.
Sir, can you give any one simple example? Even if not now, at a later point also is okay.
Oh, even right now I can give. I'll tell you one thing. I'll take the exact text for you. For example, if you are to see in Tolkappiyam, whatever the thing it is in formula form. For example, what are the letters are there in Tamil? Tolkappiyam says, Agara mudal nagara iruvai muppagudhu en sarndu varal marabin mundralam kadaye. That's the first formula of Tolkappiyam. So he says, A to Na, there are 30 letters in Tamil. A to Au is called vowels, and remaining 18 letters are known as consonants. He says, Agara mudal nagara iruvai முப்பகுதி என்ப சார்ந்து வரல் மரபின் மூன்றலங்கடையே. That's the Tolgapia style. If you are going to see the same style in Kutanul also just like that, like Tolgapiam. For example, what he says in Kutanul, I'll give you. He is talking about what are the dance forms in Tamil. Kutanul says, இரண்டு இயல் பொது இயல் வேத்தியல் என்ப. There are two types of dance. One is பொதுவியல் dance, another one is வேத்தியல் dance. He says பொதுவியல் means desi, வேத்தியல் means margi. So he says there are two types of dance. How he forms the formula? இரண்டு இயல் பொது இயல் வேத்தியல் என்ப. That's the formula style. It just resembles Tolgapiam. But whereas in Panjamarabu, he is talking about the 16 Tandavas, and every Tandava is having a Daru. How to perform that Tandava? See that first Tandava song, Adi. Tirumal Ayanum Vanavarum, Devendranum Naradanum, Varu Madhavam Cher Munivorum, Vandu Vanangi Manam Magida, Karuma Mugil Ser Alagamisai, கன்னி ஒரு பாகத்து உரையும் அரணார் ஆலங்காடு அதனில் அன்பால் நடித்த ஆதி இதே. See, this is in poem form. So the Kutanul and Tolgapiam, both the things were having the formula form.
Yeah.
This is in the poem form. So that's the only difference. Because in 5th century, poem is dominating in the field of literature.
Sure.
Instead of formula, the poem style, poem method of writing is more or less accepted by the people, because Thevaram, Tiruvachagam, Divya Prabandham and so on. But the beauty is, after 12th century, number of grammarians came. They started to write the grammar only in formula form.
Okay.
Because they wanted to distinguish themselves from the poem writing to the grammar writing. So later on, the 11th and 12th century grammar books all are in formula form, because they wanted to discriminate their writing from the poem writing. But
Sure.
whereas in 5th century, all the grammar books and including all the literary works are written only in a poem form only, right?
Yeah. And I was just wondering, so content-wise, is there any difference in the way it handles music and dance between, for example,
No, content-wise, for example, very simple one thing. In Kutanul Chatana, he says there are 333 single and gestures. It is quite impossible for us to recall all the 333. And he has not given, he has given all the details how to form that hand gesture. It is quite difficult for us to recall every hand gesture. Now what we are doing in our Bharatanatyam, we are having a common hand gesture and we are having different vinyogas. Right? A simple padagam is having different vinyogas. But
Correct.
whereas in Kutanul, he is talking about every hand gesture for specific reason. And for example, Nirta Asas is totally different, Natya Shastra and as well as Kutanur. Come to Panjamarabu. Panjamarabu is having a unique form. He classifies the hand gestures in 4 divisions, and he says this is belonging to Ankai, male hand gestures, Pen Kai, female hand gestures, Podukai, common hand gestures, and Alikai. Ali means eunuch. Alikai is the hand gesture of eunuch. Till date, people are not knowing why he made that type of classification. This is the beauty. Because what made him to classify the hand gesture in that manner, nobody knows. But whereas he is not giving that type of divisions in double hand gestures. He says there are 13 double hand gestures. He is giving the details of double hand gestures. 1. And in Panjamarabu and as well as Kutanul, both the books, they have mentioned the hand gestures, but they have not mentioned the vinyogas. Only in Abhinaya Tarpanam we are seeing the hand gesture and its vinyogas. Even later on in Tamil, we are having another grammar book on dance, that is Mahabharata Chudamani, that too also only giving the details of hand gestures. That book is also not Yoga. Because I know the reason behind it. The hand gestures is your own interpretation. Right? Whatever the subject you want to communicate or convey to the audience, what type of hand gesture you want to show, that is your own idea. So, if you are going to have some other hand gesture, through that if you are communicating it properly, automatically people will accept. So if you are going to say this is the hand gesture, these are all the its distributions, means you are restricting your dance. What the Tamil scholars were thinking, it is my assumption. I may be right in my argument or wrong, that is different. But we don't give any distribution for any hand gestures. This is Padagam. Padagam you have to hold like this. What are the distribution of Padagam? Because it is periodically changing. Even now, what Abhinaya Tarpanam said, addition to that we are introducing lot of distribution for Padagam. And some of the distribution we lost, which are mentioned in Abhinaya Tarpanam. So periodically the culture is changing and the available materials also changing. Usages of materials are changing. Automatically we are losing. Right? So that is the reason in Kutanul and Panjamarba, the commonness of those books are, they are saying all the hand gestures, but they have not given any distribution at all. But whereas in Panjamarba, he is talking about all the hand gestures, single and double hand. In single hand gestures, he is having a unique form of division. They are Ankai, Pankai, Podukai and Alikai. Why he made that, we do not know till date. So, and for every detail, he is giving how to hold that hand. Formula basically, he is giving all the details. And even in Panjamarba, what are the footwork? Every footwork he is mentioning in a poem form. If you are going to do the Bharatanatyam, for that Bharatanatyam, what are the footworks are there? Footworks are known as adavus. Yes, even Kutanul also is talking about adavus. But what made the scholars, after these two textbooks, between 8th century to 17th or 18th century, we do not know the details of Adavu except Tulaja 2's work of Maratha. So these are all the details to be researched. Right? Panjamarabhu is having its own details of dance and music. That's all.
So, is it okay to say that with reference to Panchamarabha, நம்ம கூத்தநூலை பார்க்கறத almost 80% of the content is similar to கூத்தநூல் சொல்லலாமா? Or
இல்ல முடியாது. Reason என்னன்னா, very simple example. Kutanul is talking about 120 Tandavas. But whereas Panjamarabhu is talking only 16 Tandavas. Later on, the people are talking only 7 Tandavas. That's all. Tandava by itself we are losing.
So this losing of Tandavas within the text, is it a reflection of losing the practice of Tandavas, or is it losing the knowledge with the text?
Maybe losing the practice, I am saying. Because, for example, in between the Panjamarabhu, Kutanul and Panjamarabhu, another book by Adi Vailar, in Bharadasana Dibadiyam, he is talking about 12 Tandavas. See the beauty? Even in Kutanul, he is talking about 120 Tandavas. In that 120, he is giving most important details on 12 Tandavas. Panjamarabhu is talking about 16 Tandavas. But Adi Vailar's work is talking about 12 Tandavas. And normally in Bharatanatyam, we are talking only about 7 Sabda Tandavas. So, because of the cultural invasion, we lost. We were not able to practice it. We don't maintain any continuity in our practices. That's a problem. For example, what your teacher was knowing, you are not knowing the same thing. And what you are knowing, the same thing is not properly communicated to your students. So what you learned from your teacher, you are just teaching 60 to 70% of the items only to your student. And what your teacher learned from his teachers, it is not properly carried forward. This is the problem.